Organic farming has been challenged as a silver bullet to the problems the world is facing with industrialized farming. The question remains, can organic farming methods be scaled enough to feed a population? In order to better understand the common farming practices in Kenya and their impact, I decided to follow two farmers for a period of 4 months. They both have the same size of land, 5 acres, and will be planting beans. But while one farms naturally in Machakos County, the other uses synthetic fertilizer and agrochemicals to grow his crops in Uasin Gishu County, one of Kenya's most crucial food baskets. James Kandie's farm is located on the outskirts of Eldoret town, about 40 kilometers from Jackson Kwambani's tomato farm in Moiben. It's April 2019, and the long rains have delayed this year. But despite the lack of rain, James will plant anyway. He is used to growing maize, but the market has failed him in recent years. He therefore has decided to plant beans instead. He has hired the best men for the job and is using indigenous seeds and DAP fertilizer.
Tunanunua 3,300 mafuko 50 kilos. Yeah.
Na ni kiasi gani utatumia kwa hili shamba?
Tunajaribu eka moja kwa 50 kilos.
About 375 kilometers away in Machakos in Kenya's eastern region, Samuel Wadhome is also preparing to plant. He always plants manually and practices minimal tillage. This season though, he has opted to plow part of his farm to beat time. He fears the rain might fall before he is done planting. He will incur zero cost on fertilizer. He uses organic manure to maintain the fertility of his farm. On the other hand, James will spend 16,500 Kenya shillings on fertilizer alone. He had to dig deeper in his pocket this year after the Kenyan government announced that it will not import subsidized fertilizer for the farmers. James hopes to recover the money he spent and even make a profit after selling the produce.
Hii kazi ya shamba ni 50-50. Unaweza pata, unaweza potea. Sasa hakuna 100%.
James is planting beans only. Today, Samuel is planting maize, but will intercrop with beans and other varieties 2 weeks from now. This region is largely semi-arid, and the possibility of crop failure is high.
If you're monocropping, if I'm doing only maize, and anything happens in between, the rains are not so good, then I will have lost everything. But if I've intercropped with, let's say, beans or green grams, because green grams and beans require less moisture than maize, then it means that I'll be able to harvest the beans or the green grams. Even if the maize doesn't do well, at least I'll also have gotten something out of the farm.
The following day, I returned to Samuel's farm just in time for the rain. I find his son tending the farm. He is excited about the rain.
Saina nafurahia tu kwa sababu kumenyesha, kwa hivyo natarajia mbegu zangu zenye nimepanda leo zitachipuka na zitakuwa kwa haraka.
2 weeks later and the maize has already germinated. Now is the time to plant beans and I decide to lend a hand. But soon, I realized how inexperienced I am. I can't keep pace. Large numbers of seeds keep falling from my hands.
So the germination was not very good because the rains were not quite adequate, but it was not very bad. Germination was about 80%.
There are seasons when Samuel grows beans only in 1 acre.
That time I'm sure of getting between 7 to 8 bags. And they are more profitable than the maize.
But how much does it cost him?
I'll require about 16 kilograms of beans and of seed at let's say 100 shillings per kilogram. because these beans are not the certified ones you get at 500 in the agrovets. And the other thing is that during the plowing, you need about 2,500 per acre if you are going to use oxen. 1 acre you can plant, let's say, in a day, but in terms of labor, you require about 8 man days at 300 shillings.
Samuel prefers to sell the beans when the supply in the market is low.
You can be able even to get a price of about 80 shillings per kilogram, which turns out to about 8,000 shillings per bag. So if you have 8 bags, then you are sure of over 60,000 shillings. And that's a profit, actually.
Samuel also doubles up as a trainer in organic farming. In this plot located about 30 kilometers from his farm, he is training women on moisture conservation. In the course of journeying with Samuel and James, I arranged to meet up with another farmer in Bungoma, Western Kenya. Priska Mayende practices both organic and industrial agriculture. Her biggest concern, though, isn't her farming technique, it's climate change.
Shida tu ni mambo ya climate change. Imetuadhiri sana, hasa mimi personal. Sababu saa hii mahindi ingekuwa saa hii imeenda height ya juu. Kufika mwezi wa 7 ningekuwa najitayarisha tena kuweka second season. Kwa hivyo season yetu ya pili itachelewa. Sababu mahindi nikiangalia bado iko chini sana. Na natarajia season ya pili nipande njugu, nipande maharagwe. Na maharagwe mara nyingi tunapanda mwezi wa 7. Hiyo ndio wakati mzuri na maharagwe kufanya vizuri. Na sasa kama mahindi bado hivi, kumaanisha tutakuwa affected. Na kumaanisha kutakuwa na njaa. Hii ni woodlot yangu, naipenda sana. Hii woodlot napenda sana sababu inafanya nikumbuke mwanzilishi wa mazingira, Mama Wangare Maathai. Nikiiona ninajua ile siku alikuwa na sikwa, ndio siku nilipanda hii. Nilipanda miti 1000. Nilisema alikuwa hero. Na hakuna mwingine amewahi kusimama akatetea kama yeye.
It is the people who must save the environment. It's the people who must make their leaders change.
Priska has planted a woodland at the edge of her farm to mitigate the effects of climate change.